my name is Sasha. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Spring Has Sprung book tag. I got the inspiration for this from Beth Recommends. I will link her channel down below. You should really subscribe to her. This tag was created by the Naughty Librarian. Did I say librarian? Howdy, y'all. My accent is showing. This was, I watched her video, Beth Recommends video, and I just thought it was a very cute tag. And, spring has sprung. It is true. Although in Florida right now, it feels more like summer. I thought I'd do this tag. So the first prompt is flowers. All the flowers we remember are blooming again. Pick a book that's a fresh take on a retelling. I picked The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake. I adored this book. I read it with the Shakespeare Book Club. I'll link their Twitter down below if you want to join us. We're reading right now The Tempest and Miranda in Milan. The Last True Poets of the Sea is a retelling of Twelfth Night by Shakespeare. And it is about Violet, who gets sent to a town in Maine because her brother has tried to commit suicide. And there are some trigger warnings for suicide and self-harm and eating disorders, just in case you want to read this book. But it's really good. It's really fresh. Like, it's a female romance, and if you didn't know, Twelfth Night is pretty queer, but it's more like implied. It's more how you interpret it. But I love this book. Like, it's so good, and it broke my heart and then put it back together again. And I think you should read it for Violet and Liv and their beautiful romance. The next prompt is Cadbury Mini Eggs. Obviously the superior springtime candy of choice. Pick a book that you consider to be a sweet treat. I picked Princess Ever After by Katie O'Neill. This is about a princess that gets rescued by another princess from the tower she lives in. And it's kind of about conquering your fears and coming into your own. And there's a sweet female romance. You'll see that's like a trend in all my videos is female romance. But anyway, it's just really cute. It's kind of a children's book, but it's more of a graphic novel. It's like a mix between a children's book and a graphic novel. And I read it last year for Kaboomathon, and I just loved it a lot. And I think that you should read it too. The next one is allergies. I have such bad allergies, and they've been so bad lately that I have to take like a Zyrtec like every day in the morning, and it still doesn't help, and we're running out of tissues because of everything that's going on. So yeah, allergies. Seasonal allergies often make your eyes water. Pick a book that made you cry. So this is one of the only books that I have a physical copy of, and that is The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. This is heavy trigger warnings for rape and rape culture and violence in general, but this is about Alex, whose sister goes missing and then is found murdered, and Alex takes revenge. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I'm in the middle of talking. Please don't do this. Sorry if the angles change. That's what I was saying. Alex takes revenge on the man who did it, and it's kind of about her trying to live in this town where her sister is murdered. It's told from 3 perspectives, and it's just a heartbreaking book. And at the end, there's a scene that I'm not going to spoil you for, but it's about all of the girls who have felt, I'm not going to tear up, about all the girls who have experienced rape culture in her town. And she, it's just, she had such an impact on this town, and it really got to me. It's kind of a universal experience for women and female presenting people. Um, and I would highly encourage you to read it if you don't have, if this won't trigger you. Yeah, it broke my heart. One is Spring Cleaning, Out with the Old and In with the New. Pick a book to unhaul. So I picked The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. So obviously we all used to love J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter. I still love Harry Potter. Harry Potter is never going to be something that I don't love. But since she outed herself as a TERF, I don't want to read anything she writes anymore. I don't want to support her, and I don't want her book in her non-Harry Potter book in my house because I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with TERFs, and yeah, get out of my house. Next one, Spring Break. It's the perfect time for an adventure. Pick a book involving a road trip. Now stick with me, but Beneath the Sugar Sky by Seanan McGuire. It is definitely a road trip book. They go to like 3 or 4 different worlds, and it's such a fun time because they end up in the candy world. I don't remember what it's called, but I just love all of the different worlds that Seanan McGuire creates and how diverse and different they are, and how each one like really fits the person of like whose door they went through. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but Beneath the Sugar Sky, definitely one of my favorite road trip books. I don't read a lot of road trip books, but this was my favorite. Next one is Mating Season. It's that time of the year in the animal kingdom to make some babies. Pick a book with smutty delights. I don't read a lot of books with smut. It's just not something I'm interested in. I mean, I feel like if I got more into it, or like read more books with smut, I would like it more. You know, because whenever I'm like, oh, I don't like that, and then I try and I'm like, oh, okay. But the book that I really enjoyed the smut in was The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. There's it deals a lot with consent and feeling comfortable in your own body and not like the awkwardness of like losing your virginity. And I just really like to see that, and it was sexy. Like I don't I don't say that about a lot of books, but it was really sexy, and the consent is really sexy, and this book talks about consent a lot, and so I picked The Kiss Quotient by Helen Vaughn. Next is Rainbows. I just feel like spring is made of freaking rainbows. Pick a book featuring LGBTQ characters. I picked Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Mariko Tamaki and Rosemary Valero Ocano. If you've watched my video about the last 5 graphic novels I read, you will have heard me scream about this book. I love it so much. It is so beautiful, and like it's not even that gay. Like there's not really a romance. It's more about just being queer and finding healthy relationships and loving your friends the way they deserve to be loved, and knowing that you deserve love that's not toxic. And it's just such a gorgeous story, and the art is amazing. The art is so fantastic. It's like grayscale but with pink thrown in. Pink. Sorry, my nose is getting stuffed up. But it's so awesome, and I really think that everyone should read it. It is absolutely beautiful. The next prompt is Spring Awakening. This is one of my all-time favorite musicals, even though it's filled with completely dysfunctional characters. Pick a book that's also filled with completely dysfunctional characters. I picked the Folk of the Air series by Holly Black. Because they're fae, most of the characters are fae, they're all kind of fucked up, and you don't read a lot of books with just like fucked up characters who are mean and awful, and it's really unique, and I really enjoyed the dysfunction. Jude is one of my favorite female characters, I think, because she's just so toothy and, like, awful and, like, not afraid to kill people, and I just love, like, rabid, like, angry, like, murderous female characters. And she's a marvel when it comes to that. And, yeah, Cardan is a mess. Everyone in this book is just a mess. And I loved it. I love it currently because I still haven't read The Queen of Nothing, even though it's sitting on a table for me to read because I got it out from the library before the quarantine started. And once I get to it, I'm going to cry because I can't wait. I can't have this series be over. Like, I need more of it. But, yeah. The last one is In Like a Lion, Out Like a Lamb. Pick a book series that did not get better as it progressed. So, I picked The Illuminae Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So, okay, the first book was fantastic. The second book I really enjoyed. The third book I hated. It felt like they just recycled the same story 3 times. Like, it was not a satisfying ending. The the romance was boring, so boring, snooze-worthy, and, like, the writing, I don't know which one of them wrote a lot of the dialogue, but it was really cliche and just not what I wanted. It does deal with a lot of important topics like war and the casualties of war and what you become when you become a soldier. But Obsidio was just, I hated Obsidio. Like, I've never been so disappointed by a book. Yeah, I would not recommend, I would recommend reading up to Gemina and then just ignore Obsidio. Like, pretend everything got wrapped up, like, retconned into a nice little bow, and just forget about Obsidio. Okay, that's all the prompts. I really enjoy doing this tag and thinking of all the answers. I don't know why book tags are not more popular because they're so much fun to do. And yeah, so that's all for me today. Comment down below what you would have answered for some of these questions, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!